Hi vlog, welcome to my guys. Shut down.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a little different because surprise! This one is actually of my multicultural literature class. Yeah, we are being academic today, but don't worry, I'll keep it fun. We are talking about the 2017 live-action movie Beauty and the Beast. And listen, this movie is not just about a girl, a beast, and a castle full of singing furniture. If you look deeper, there is actually a lot of interesting stuff happening under all of the fairy tale, especially about social class. So, in this vlog, I'm gonna walk you through the story really quick. And then, we'll dive into the social class issue, like why the village acts the way they do, why the castle feels like a whole different universe, and how characters like Belle, Beast, and Gaston basically represent different social tiers. Alright, before Gaston show up trying to flex his ego again, let's get into it. So, the movie starts with Belle, the super smart girl who lives in a tiny little village. The people there are, let's just say, not the biggest fans of reading. They think Belle is weird because she actually uses her brain. Her dad, Maurice, got lost and up in this castle and gets locked up. So, Belle pulls the classic aesthetic hero daughter move and takes his place. When she starts living in the castle, Belle meets a bunch of enchanted furniture. Yeah, literally furniture that talks, and slowly she learns that the beast is not actually scary. He is just emotionally damaged, relatable. Things get real when Gaston, the village #1 ego machine, tells everyone that the beast is a monster because he is popular and everyone believes him. The whole village goes full angry mob mode and attacks the castle. Beast gets hurt. Belle rushes back. They confess their feelings, and she's like, "I love you." And the curse breaks. The beast turns human again, the castle turns fabulous again, and everyone's happy. Okay, now let's get into the good stuff, the social class analysis. And trust me, the movie is full of it. The first big social class contrast is between the village and the castle. The village is represent the working class, like simple lifestyle, low education, traditional thinking, and not very welcoming to people who are different. Meanwhile, the castle represent the upper class, like luxury, culture, elegance, education, and power. These two words look like they exist on completely different planets. And that class is the foundation of the whole story. Belle is so interesting because she technically comes from a lower class background, but her mind is on a completely different level. She reads, she questions things, she has dreams, and people in the village don't like that.
Bohong. Yang bener.
Belle doesn't fit in because she doesn't follow their social expectation. So, even though she's poor, she's intellectually higher class. This shows that social class isn't just about money. It is also about education, value, and mindset. The Beast used to be a prince, the literal top of the social hierarchy. But because of his arrogance, he gets cursed and loses everything.
Aku mulai jenuh dengan semua ini.
He becomes an outsider. People fear him. He gets isolated. This is a classic example of how society is quick to downgrade someone when they don't fit the image of what a high-class person should be. Beast's loss of status isn't just magical, it's social. Now, let's talk about Gaston, our favorite red flag. Gaston isn't royalty, but he is basically the top guy in the village. He is popular, admired, and has a ton of influence. And what does he do with that influence? Manipulate people. He uses his social status to force Belle to marry him, turns the village against the Beast, and control how people think. Gaston shows how dangerous it is when someone uses social class and popularity to spread fear and hate. And the village follows him because of his status, not because he is right. The villagers don't actually know Beast, but because he comes from the castle, this mysterious upper-class world, they see him as scary. This reflects how different social classes often misunderstand or fear each other. Their fears is not about Beast's appearance only, it's about the unknown. Belle and Beast falling in love is basically the story saying, yeah, social class doesn't define who you truly are. Belle comes from the lowest social environment. Beast comes from the highest rank of social. But they connect because of personality, kindness, and growth, not because of status. Their relationship challenges the idea that people from different classes shouldn't mix. So, overall, Beauty and the Beast isn't just a cute fairy tale, it's actually a commentary on how social class shape people's attitude, relationship, and the way society treats those who are different. The village and the castle Belle's mindset, Beast is downfall, and Gaston's influence all show the hook role class plays in the story. Alright guys, that wraps up today's videos. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I broke down Beauty and the Beast from a social class angel. I mean, who know a fairy tale with talking teapots could teach us about society, right? If you enjoyed this little deep dive, go ahead and like this video. Even though this is literally for my assignment and I have no idea who is watching. Just kidding. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay magical and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.